No, it's on bus.
All right, who would like to start?
Morning, David.
Good morning.
Donald from Ireland.
Oh, that's good. I'd rather speak Irish than speak French.
In an early episode of NCIS, Gibbs is asked, what does Ducky look like in his younger days?
Yeah.
And he responds, Ilya Kuryakin.
Yeah.
Now the question is, obviously Ilya Kuryakin is going to stay with you for all your days, but that's a good thing to do, isn't it? You don't
It's
mind
wonderful. No, if you're an actor and you work, that's good. With the amount of unemployment in the United States in particular, and I'm sure in Britain. The fact that you get work and recognition for a series that gets into the top 10, and in fact became #1 back then, and then to do another one 50 years later, I mean, I'm just a very lucky actor who happens to have been in the right place at the right time, and some wonderful parts have come my way. When they start talking in NCIS about what he looked like when he was younger, and it was Ilya Kuryakin, I felt that was crossing conventions a little bit, but lovely.
Was that I presume it wasn't you suggesting?
No. I wanted to take it out, but then so many people have been amused by it that clearly I was wrong.
Okay, do you have another question here? Just here in the front.
I heard in an interview that you said you completely blended with your character in NCIS, so I wanted to know if this role took so much place in your life that it's another kind of your personality, it's another side, of your personality.
Another side of my personality? Yeah. Well, when you act, you kind of become the character to a certain extent, because it's you. C'est voilà, sur la screen. And so, when I began to learn about pathology, I became David, the pathologist. And I think if I had my life over again, I would be a very good pathologist. I like very much the human body. I love the whole concept of discovering why people die. So I think the most interesting part of playing Ducky Mallard is the fact that I'm also studying pathology and have done for 6 years. And I've probably autopsied over 100 actors and actresses who lay naked on my table, which is quite a unique statement to be able to make.
What's the most fascinating thing you've learned in your studies of pathology, something that the common person might not know?
Well, where I am now is studying cellular, the destruction of cellular damage, basically. Because once an autopsy is over, you have to discover why someone died. And very often that is in the laboratory in forensics, because you're really working at a cellular level. All death is cellular destruction. That's where it begins in various forms. And I think working and realizing how many billions and billions and billions of cells there are in the human body, it's more than there are stars in the sky, I believe. Therefore, when you discover that immensity in terms of the number of cells in the body, and the fact that death is when some of these begin to be destroyed, the study of that right now is what I've been working on in the last few months. I find utterly fascinating. And I don't, I read books that I don't understand in the hope that I can learn something from them.
Okay, that's Caroline.
Yes, Frederick from Belgium. When I said to my colleague who was going to meet David McCallum, they said, oh, the guy who played in Invisible Man. How do you explain that so many people remember you from Invisible Man, when in fact the series lasted only 12 episodes? I was amazed to see that it lasted only 12 episodes.
I have absolutely no idea why that happened. I mentioned to somebody as a joke when they were talking about the Invisible Man the other day. I said, well, of course, nobody could see me. And then they put it in the magazine, nobody watched The Invisible Man. It was a miscommunication, I think.
But just to follow up on that, what are the biggest differences you've seen working in television now with this gap of decades from the 60s to today?
It's exactly the same. There is no difference between 1960 and 2009. because they still have to have a producer, a writer, a director, a cast, and put it together. The major difference is in the technique and the equipment, particularly the cameras, the microphones, the whole structure of production in terms of the equipment is completely different and much more sophisticated. And the other element that's changed is the cost. The cost has become prohibitively high, and therefore people have to be very, very careful of what they do because of the cost. It's become ridiculous, in fact.
Okay, over here, right?
I am Chris from Switzerland. I would like to know, I know you have two grandchildren. Let's say they are allowed to watch the show, and what do they think when they see their grandfather happy on the screen?
I do voiceovers for cartoons, and I did the voiceover car for Disney on replacements for 2 years, and my grandchildren say, "Oh, Granddaddy's in the car." And I've done Batman, which they like, which is also extremely violent, actually, and Wonder Woman and various Ben 10, for example. And they get to watch those. When it comes to NCIS, none of I have 5 grandchildren, and one on the way. They, as yet, only the eldest has watched, I think, possibly 1 or 2, which have been carefully vetted to the point, because I think that some of the things I do in there is pretty graphic. And I think they're a little too young.
Okay, right here.
Hello. We often compare NCIS and the CSI franchise because, well, it's obviously shows that have connections. But I would say NCIS have more humor than the other shows. But your character, as you say, is doing graphic stuff, and it's just working with dead bodies. But it's a big part of this humor, the sense of humor of the show. So could you tell us how you feel, what you feel this character is bringing to the humor of the show?
Well, it's not black humor, but it's very difficult to express it because each script has a different form of humor. I have the relationship with my assistant, which always produces some funny moments when we have all these bits all over the place, and we're looking to find out if it's 2 bodies. And then we find the femur, and he says, "Oh, we need another table. We have 3 bodies here, and then 4, and then 5." Which in a way is funny, but it's not the least bit funny. We try to, I think in all the autopsies that I've watched for real, and autopsies that I've actually been inside and done with the pathologist, I have learned that there is a colossal respect for them.